first and here we go. From inside the 15, here's the return. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Runs through the tackle. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And, man, you got to love when you got these big boys inside, these defensive tackles. And, by the way, when they keep the GPS stats on these guys, they can speed in the school zone. Like, they're moving that fast, and you can see it right there, starting to get to the perimeter, and he's running from the inside out. Flashes like a linebacker. Man, what a big, fast, physical human being.
And his throw is incomplete. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down.
And that's the frustrating drive, not the drive they were trying to put together. 3 play.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Looking deep. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. They get him on the ground, but not before he keeps his opening drive alive with a fourth down conversion. The definition of four-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
Sellers. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And this defense has to be ready for this. The offense likes to be aggressive. They like to take shots. That won't be the last time they try one of these 50-50 type balls down the boundary. Defense better be ready.
Behind the chains now on second and long. To throw again. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping, and the defense was ready for that one.
Now facing a third and long. Sellers to the air again. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Texas.
How do you take the crowd out of the game? Do exactly that. Take the football, drive right down the field, prove you're the better team, give them nothing to cheer about. That is a picture-perfect first drive.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. On the run, it's Lacey. Oh, he's got some space. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to the running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Rayner. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. What a momentum changer as he makes the interception and then takes the return up to the 50.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the wideout. And the dive and the grab along the right sideline.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Throws to the wideout. Open on the left side is Smith. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn! A great catch in the end zone.
It does not take this offense long to get going. We've seen 2 drives. We've seen 2 touchdowns, David. They are so explosive. They've got so much speed all over the field, and they're lighting this scoreboard up early.
Hey, you better find some answers defensively. You better find a way to slow them down. And how about this next possession for your offense? Like, coming on the field, you can tell. As an offense coordinator, you got to feel it. Like, my defense is not holding them down right now. We got to put together a drive, get some points on this score on this next possession.
On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. To throw, it's Rayner. Looking for a huge play. Goes high to pull it in. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
And this offense is going to need more of those, man. You've dug yourself a little bit of hole. Defense still giving up points on the last possession, man. You got to put it in overdrive. You need more big plays, more shots down the field. You got to continue to be aggressive.
Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the 2nd and get this game rolling again. play of the period, first down here. Handoff to the lone back. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You've got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it there.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Looking for the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Here's Sellers to throw. Gonna take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
This QB and his receiver really have found a nice rhythm early in this game. They've already linked up for a couple scores, so no surprise here before the end of the first half. They're looking for more, but give the defense credit when it's due. Nice job forcing an incompletion.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Fighting off the defender. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. Turning on the Jets. He's at the 30. Past the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
They have been road warriors here in this game, coming into a tough environment, but in all 3 phases, they have been absolutely dominant. Their defense is not allowed a point, and the offense is going up and down the field, and they score another touchdown here before the end of the first half.
They'll line up to go for 2. On the direct snap, it's Benjamin. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Gators now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. He'll run it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on third down. Dropping back, it's Rayner. Pocket breaking down. Upstairs, he's got it. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. The last two runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10.
Ready. White 29. White 29. Shift. Red 20.
From the gun, wants to pass. Going deep. He's got it at the 15. The Gators are going to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
Yeah, I think if you're on offense right now, you're thinking, I don't know if our defense can stop them. They couldn't do it the last drive out. We're down a lot on the scoreboard right now, so we need to score touchdowns every time we have the ball. That was a big play for them, but they got to cap this thing off.
Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown, Florida! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
And that's exactly what the offense needed right there. A touchdown here, and I know it's taken a while. They hadn't had a lot of success up until that moment. Late in the second quarter, they finally were able to punch one in the end zone, and that's going to give them some confidence now to take into the locker room here shortly at halftime, but they've got to play much better in the second half.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. They tried to get the wall set up for him, not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Sellers. He uncorks one deep. Makes a deep grab. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. Will kick it off to start the second half. The returner will field it and bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one, put your best plays together, start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Looking downfield, it's Rayner. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. He's got it way down the field. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Might be changing the route. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Got the back over the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together. Putting a drive like this together now, let's go pay this thing off and punch.
There's a crease. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Gators!
Man, how nice is it to be down, and you need to score points when you can just hand it to your running back, and he can make big plays like that. Jesse, they're going to need more of those to get back in the football game. They've dug themselves a little bit whole, but that was a good start.
Yeah, I think the defense probably kicking themselves, too. I don't know if in this 2-minute type situation, if they were expecting them to run the football, but somehow, some way, you've got to be able to gang tackle this guy and not let him take it to the house from that distance and score points. Moving forward now, the run defense has got to shore up for this defense.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Throwing, Sellers. Finds his tight end. Powers through the defender. Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory.
And that's really the sign of a tight end that's elite. When you start recruiting these guys, man, can you make the first guy miss? That's what makes a tight end go from really, really good to elite. And he does a great job breaking the tackle and then starts chewing up yards after the catch. That's exactly what you want from a great tight end.
To the air, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Taken in by Smith on the right side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're at Texas, you recruit at a high level. You usually get better dudes than you're playing against. Find those guys, let them make plays for you.
Lets it fly. Got it down the field. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Well, that's not a bad 3 plays in a row. Palmer, you probably never did that in your life, but 3 plays, 3 completions, like he's seeing it very quickly. Good protection up front, finding his receivers, and that's 3 explosive plays in a row.
Smashes him with the stiff arm. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
They've moved him forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Texas!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Here's Sellers to throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. It ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a man. It's Rayner. He lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking for a gap. It's Lacey. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got him in the flat. He was trying to reach the sticks, but he doesn't quite make it down at the 23. It's 4th down. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not.
All right, so they fail on that 4th down, but the game is not over yet. There's still time. Defense has to get the ball back quickly. Offense is going to have to score quickly. You have to execute now.
And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now. Lowers those pads.
You know, could that be the play that changes the momentum now in this game? Remember, they're down, and it seems like the opponent's got this game in hand, but because of that interception, could that be the play now that generates the momentum to give them a spark to maybe come back and steal this game?
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. So getting the ball back on that interception at least gives us a chance to have a finish in this one. Got a man, it's Johnson. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down.
And in this situation late, when you need 2 touchdowns to win the game, everything's going to have to be downfield. So I like the idea in this 2-minute drive, throwing it that way. Let's keep it going, keep our pedal to the metal here.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there. It didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out on the perimeter of the field that can get you back in this game.
Quickly out to the tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Making side adjustments here.
Ready.
Dropping back, it's Rayner. He's going to fire deep. He's got it down the field. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
The only way they were getting back in this game is if they did that. Great job. Huge explosive play by this offense. We need multiple scores. Got to keep the hammer down, but great job making the explosive.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. Fires quickly. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get him to the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, try to get that elusive guy on the ground.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Running inside, it's Lacey. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gators!
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
And the extra point is good. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Sellers. Gonna let it fly. Leaping grab for a big gain. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. To the air, it's Sellers. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Let's go. Talk about leaving the door open. Yes, please. You think they might run the clock out, run the football consistently? No, sir. They put it in the air. We forced the interception. Great job by the defense. When they needed it the most, they came through.
They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Goes high to pull it in. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. They'd hoped to come up with explosive plays, and they used one there to set them up inside the 30, 1st and 10. Finding some room. Hard running there. Drills him with the stiff arm. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory.
And if this offense can keep that going, put together these 1st downs, like, listen, I love that he stepped out of bounds. I can continue to let that clock stay still, not be in a hurry, put some 1st downs together, march down the field, because we got to get some points on this drive.
And they're looking for a 4th quarter lead, and they'll need a touchdown to do it. 1st and goal. Running the red zone. It's Lacey. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass, it's Rayner. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Backs looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Florida! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And with that touchdown, they've tied the game. All you got to do now is kick the extra point. You need to do a great job on special teams covering, and your defense just has to hold on because there are only a few ticks left on the game clock.
And he knocks through the pressure-filled extra point, and now see if they can hang on. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Throwing, Sellers. Fires to the right. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, you look at the clock, they've got time for one more play, but they're out of Hail Mary range here, needing a touchdown to win this game. This is going to be a last-second, last-chance play that they practice, by the way, throughout the week. It's going to involve probably a lot of laterals, but we've seen crazier stuff happen in college football.
Ball is incomplete, falls to the turf, and that's going to do it, and it went right down to the final play. It came down to the final quarter, clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.